Alright, welcome to part 3 of my Katawa Shoujo playthrough. Alright, so last time left off on right when the I assume they're burn wounds. The burn wound girl, I don't know her name, but first appears, and I'm pretty sure we're about to talk to her. Just a quick reminder that it's not the original version, this is re-engineered. Re-engineered is just it's just a better viewing and recording experience nowadays. So, cool. Let's go back in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to keep these episodes. I think I'm gonna keep each episode around 30 minutes in length. So yeah. That dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone from just our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her into their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally, the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. Relatable? Yep. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that make me feel like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. ... Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hee-chan. We've got to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. ... You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Ah, wait. The teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on. The nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. Alright, I see. This painting, though, is like both weird and cool at the same time to me. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually part of the main building. ... This is the auxiliary building here. There's a list of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. A swimming pool in the auxiliary building. Okay. How is that official? ... Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Oh, everything makes sense now. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay, I see. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in, hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text, Head Nurse, and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Smiling Man, good name so far. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He is young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheek wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course. I shake off my confusion, realizing I should probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right. I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Am I blushing? What the hell? Okay. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels so out of place. Wait, that was a joke? Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, his joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. That's true, I didn't even know that was... Well, I didn't even realize that was a joke. What? Okay. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. I guess it makes sense for a school like this. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find her file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly, 3 times a day, and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't be much help. Apart from that, you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? What kind of... Are there actual high school students that do boxing? Do these people exist? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. It's a joke again? This guy has like the worst jokes. I don't even know that they're jokes. These are jokes? Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There is no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy to do some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his fingers to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need anything. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. Wait, what kind of hallway is this? Jesus, it looks so like extravagant and ornate. Brick walls? Jesus Christ. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building. Although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. Oh, is this the auxiliary building on the left? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they are going, and I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? ... I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There is a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overwhelming smell of fresh-cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Okay, now these are dorms, right? Now is it the type of dorms where there's like a female dorm and a male dorm, or is it like a co-ed type dorm where one floor is for girls, the other floor is for boys, and it's like alternates like that? I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's just something I was. The question just popped up in my mind when I saw the dorm. But yeah, room 119. Okay, maybe that might be important later on. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. Oh, that's true. This like opening is really wide. Now that I think about it, this is really wide. The same goes for the elevators at the end of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. Why am I stuttering? I'm stuttering a lot this episode. Okay, it's fine. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seems to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. What? Did I miss something? Okay, the nameplates on the rooms. Okay, I see. Alright. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks. Way more. What the hell? Why are there so many locks? Oh, I guess maybe some of the students will have like violent episodes. I could see that. Then I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy. I have not seen that word in so long. Bespectacled is standing in the doorway. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick glasses. This man is sharply dressed for just being in his dorm. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have glasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Hisao Nakai. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a small greeting, almost straight into my diaphragm. Okay, so his movements are a little bit weird. Is he like, he's not blind, right? Because even if he was blind and just wears glasses for the fun of it, they wouldn't be that thick. So I guess he just has weird. Maybe he has weird hand-eye coordination. I could see that. Oh, sup, dude. The name's Kenji. Eh? Ah, hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. I feel like they weren't suspicious and they were more like maids or housekeepers. Yeah. It was probably my parents. Oh, never mind. Your parents? You sure? Because they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. Well, I mean, if it's only 2 people, then it probably was his parents. If it was like 1 or more than 2, it was probably a housekeeper. Or housekeepers. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. Okay, is this guy like some sort of like weird conspiracy theorist or something? Like, what's going on here? Who is this guy? You're a brave man, Hisao. Me, I don't think I could trust the chances. Okay, this guy's like paranoid. Wait, is he paranoid? Cause I know that like excessive paranoia is like an actual like, it's not good for you. So is he like excessively paranoid? Cause he like acts like it. Cause the way he answered the door and like talking about the weird people next door. I see. Okay. The only one I trust is myself. Okay. This guy just screams like excessive paranoia or misanthropy or like, yeah. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision, bruh. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. Oh, he's blind? He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Okay, maybe he's just like super blind and super paranoid. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. Okay, so he must be like really, like he must be like, if he's not blind, he must be like almost like just on the edge of blindness. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Okay, pretty good bed. Is this I think this is a twin XL bed, which is I think pretty standard for dorms. Bleak beige walls, white linen, and a desk made of some type of light wood. Ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal, like my hospital room. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems like there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Hee-chan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. I see, okay. That's who called him Hee-chan. Okay. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have, then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. I mean, that's a pretty good habit, honestly. But the restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming, and for the entire day today too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now... Okay, some pills. The bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. What a weird... That's a really direct instruction, like what the hell? It doesn't really say that. Oh, okay, it's just a paraphrase, okay. But it could as well. It's kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? I mean, if you think about it, regular healthy people also just, their lives also just depend on chemicals. It's just like some people might not have, you know, might need more chemicals that their body can't produce, or their body might produce too much of a certain chemical. So, yeah. With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. ... I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature. Soon, the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Okay, went to sleep. Okay, is this like a theme song? What's going on here? It's like an opening? Oh, I guess it's just like, maybe it's just like a sequence that plays whenever a day passes. I could see that. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers across the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. It's like... how do I say this? Because it's neither exclamation point nor it's ... So what... This is an exclamation point and a question mark, so... What, I'll be like... I don't know, surprise. I'll just say it's a surprise expression. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the 3rd room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating, until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. You know, now that I think about it, I do wonder, why do some... Okay, so most like pills and tablets will come in like the bottles, all like they just come in bulk on the bottle, in a bottle. But some come in like the foil sheets where you have to pop them out one at a time. I wonder why those ones have to be like on a foil sheet, and why can't they just be like all together just in a bottle? I feel like, because that'd be like more efficient packaging wise. I think the only reason why they have to be separated on a foil sheet is maybe they can't touch each other. For some reason, which I mean, I guess I could see that, but like also like I wonder why that's the case, because if you think about it, it's just the same chemical. Maybe there's like maybe they're worried about like friction, but like surely like pills like colliding into each other. Oh, maybe they're like delicate, so they might break if they collide with each other. I see, because there's no way, because you might say that like, oh, they need to be in a foil sheet to prevent light, but like that's what like heavily tinted pill bottles are for, or just like straight opaque pill bottles. So I'm just thinking that maybe The reason is those pills and tablets just like they might break if they were to collide with each other, so they're separated on purpose. I downed them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. Wait, what chemistry? I was distracted. Okay, I see. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter, and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps, people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah. What does pass for normal around here? Can't say normal, what the hell? Okay. What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. Alright. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decide to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. ... She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. Okay, I did something really similar. When I was in school. I wouldn't try to do the flat thing. I didn't care about that, but whenever you erase pencil with an eraser, like the eraser will like turn like dark because it's picking up the graphite and from the pencil. But if you erase like a perfectly clean piece of paper, then like the dark parts of the eraser will wear off. So then your eraser will be like clean looking again. So whenever my eraser got like got dirty with dark spots, I would just you know, rub my eraser on clean paper and just get the dark spots off. So that's relatable. ... Blush? What the hell is this? Ahaha. Sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hee-chan. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. ... Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days. I feel like this festival is going to be a major plot point then. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. Wahaha. 3 ha's. This time. I don't know, Hee-chan. The truth is that it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so... She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses, at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish, and starts signing hard and heavy. Based, right there. That's a based... Wait, what was it? What was it? Oddly grandiose flourish. Nice. ... Huh? Oh. Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Exclamation mark! Now, it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you played to win prizes. Ha 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 ha. The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all though, brushing it off without a care. ... We are in the middle of class, and we should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. Shi-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious gaze exchange between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Okay, is it the burn wound? Is it burn wound girl? Out of the corner of... Oh, it is! It is! Nice, nice. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently toward the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything? Well, she probably has to go to like the nurse's office or something to get her wounds checked out or something, just to make sure it's not like getting more inflamed or something. That's what I think, so I guess I'm about to find out in like 3 minutes. Ichan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or is Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. ... Okay, well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. ... Yay, wahaha. Ha. Okay, Hichan. Perfect. The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. ... Yes it is, Hichan. Wait, what? What? Oh, I see. Impossible. Really? Really. I've noticed this before. But it's kind of funny how wait, what? They just like read my mind? What's going on? Oh, I see. Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but also what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through... Yeah, that's true. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. I think you should look at the person that you're talking to, even if they can't hear you. Because a lot of deaf people can actually lip read, so if you look at them, they can lip read. They can just read your lips and gather what you're saying that way. It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Dot dot dot. Are you sure, Hee-chan? Very sure. Dot 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 dot. Ha ha ha. You're wrong, Hee-chan. Because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities. And the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wah ha 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 ha. Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I see. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I had almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Dot dot dot. Where do you want to eat? The cafeteria? Ha ha ha. That's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Wait, are there multiple places to eat? What kind of school is this? At my old school, I like to eat outside, near the back. Oh, okay, never mind. Probably just where after you get the food from the cafeteria. I see. Near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there is a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end the episode here. Just before the cafeteria. Cool. Alright, just gonna save it now. Cool. Alright. Cool, wonder what we're... Okay, so, kinda wanna know what the burn wound girl is doing out, leaving the class. I suspect it's like... I suspect she's getting like a checkup or something. So, that's probably what it is. But yeah. Cool. Watch another video if you want. Alright, bye.